It's that time, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for a dynamic cardioid microphone three-way. 3 microphones, head to head to head to head. All dynamic, all cardioid, all audio. In one corner, we have the little brother, the ElectroVoice RE320. In another corner, we have the competition, the Rode Procaster. And in the other corner, we have the classic, the ElectroVoice RE20. Let's throw them into the the triangle and see which microphone will come out on top. Hey guys, Adam Vox here, and today I'm going to be doing the comparison between the 3 dynamic cardioid microphones that I've recently reviewed, the Rode Procaster and the RE20 and RE320 from ElectroVoice. These are all some fantastic microphones to pick up solid quality vocals while rejecting background noise, and have all received strong recommendations from me. To see their full reviews, check out my channel or check the links in the description below. These are all dynamic cardioid microphones that connect via XLR connection. All of my comparison tests were recorded on the same hardware, a Focusrite Scarlett 2i2 audio interface with a Cloudlifter CL1 preamp mounted on a desk microphone arm. All clips were recorded in Adobe Audition CC 2015.1 at 96,000 Hz. So let's start with the ElectroVoice RE20. This is by far the most expensive microphone of the 3, costing you around $500 retail. But the RE20 is a true classic, a professional-grade broadcast and announcer mic used in radio stations, TV studios, and other broadcast platforms around the world. I've seen it used in a radio station that I interned at, and I've seen it on TV and ESPN. This mic holds its own with an extremely detailed sound profile, one that can get super punchy with the right processing and virtually no background noise ever. Designed for environments that involve lots of mixing and processing, it has the flattest, most natural sound profile out of the box, but it maintains a ton of detail, which can easily get brought out during post-processing or live mixing. The high end is crispy, the mid-range is very present, and the low end can punch you in the gut with some EQ and compression. After processing, the sound of this mic can really remind me of a condenser mic instead of a dynamic mic, but without having to deal with the background noise issues. For super loud and up-close recording, a bass roll-off switch is present towards the bottom of the microphone, which allows the low end to roll more cleanly off in recording to prevent bottoming out or distortion. Here's a quick audio sample.
This is another microphone test using the ElectroVoice RE20 microphone. Ladies and gentlemen, this is another microphone test. ElectroVoice RE20 microphone. Ladies and gentlemen.
The mic comes in a beige grayish color and weighs about 1.5 pounds. So if you have one of those $15 mic arms from Amazon, you'll want to tighten it up to really hold this microphone up. The RE20 isn't the heaviest though. That goes to the Rode Procaster, weighing in at almost 2 pounds. This thing puts a lot of strain on my desktop microphone arm. It's also the cheapest though, costing you around $230 retail. This is Rode's offering to the scene of dynamic cardioid broadcast mics, that's why it's deemed the competition. With the dark gray exterior, the Procaster still keeps mostly the same design as the 2 mics from ElectroVoice. This mic does a great job of producing quality audio for the price, but needs very clean preamps to prevent creating a hefty noise floor after enough post-processing. Where there is almost no noise floor at all with the RE20, the Procaster brings out one right up with enough gain or compression and limiting in post. It sounds great though. It keeps a mostly natural sound profile with an emphasis on the lower end. Unfortunately, this means that, especially after processing, the low end somewhat overpowers the rest of the sound, creating an oomph, bassy feel, but not leaving much detail in the higher ranges. It definitely sounds great out of the box, and I definitely recommend this mic over something like the Blue Yeti Pro. My only complaint is that for whatever reason, this mic picks up a lot more sound of air moving across the grill or the diaphragm or something than the other mics. It definitely picks up breaths, but even with quiet breathing, you still hear air just kind of brushing over the mic. For this, I picked up Rode's WS2 windshield to alleviate the issue. Here's a quick audio sample.
This is a microphone test using the Rode Procaster dynamic microphone. This is a test. I will play both the unedited and the processed versions. This is a microphone test using the Rode Procaster dynamic microphone. This is a test. I will play both the unedited and the processed versions.
Rode also offers a USB version of this mic called the Rode Procaster for those who don't want to deal with XLR setups. Keep in mind that the built-in USB interface on this mic does change how preamping and gain will work. I don't have one of these to experiment with at the time, but I'll see if I can take a look at one in the future. Lastly, we have the ElectroVoice RE320, which is often considered the little brother of the RE20. While similar in many ways, they're also quite different. At a price of about $300 retail, despite being the lightest of the three mics at just over about a pound in weight, the RE320 packs one hell of a punch, even right out of the box. Featuring a sleek all-black exterior but otherwise same physical design as the RE20, this mic is great if you want a mic to just sound good right out of the box without much tweaking. It features a switch at the bottom for kick drum mode, but for the purposes of this video, we'll be focusing on the vocal side of things here. This mic runs hot. It carries a much louder signal than the more flat and subdued RE20, but a lot cleaner than the Rode Procaster. Where the RE20 was designed for more natural and flat sounding to work well with mixing, this mic has a strong and colored sound profile right out of the box. So if you're looking for a microphone that will just sound the best without having to do anything but hooking it up, this is probably the mic for you. Despite its super punchy bass, the RE320 still maintains a bright, detailed, and almost crispy feeling high-end, whereas the Procaster loses detail in the higher ranges for its bass. The Procaster's bass is much more of a dull oomph, whereas I would describe the RE320's bass response as more of a crisp punch. These are, of course, just subjective made-up adjectives, so you can listen to some audio samples for yourself.
This is a microphone test using the ElectroVoice RE320 microphone hooked up to the Cloudlifter CL1 preamp and my Focusrite Scarlett 2i2 audio interface. This is a microphone test using the ElectroVoice RE320 microphone hooked up to the Cloudlifter CL1 preamp and my Focusrite Scarlett 2i2 audio interface.
As I said before, the RE320 runs a lot hotter than the RE20, and this means with enough gain and processing, you will start to notice more of a noise floor than the RE20. But this is mostly comprised of breaths and small movements on top of the mic, and surprisingly no background or ambient noise. It'll definitely start picking up on your own breaths with enough EQ, compression, limiting, etc., but it still rejects room noise just fine. Whereas the RE20 can sound like a condenser mic after processing, the RE320 sounds more like a condenser mic right out of the box. It's pretty cool. So who won this mic-to-mic-to-mic showdown? Well, that's really up to you, isn't it? In a moment, I'll play some more raw and processed audio samples together so you can listen to them side by side, but they are definitely all great in different circumstances.
This is a microphone test using the Rode Procaster dynamic microphone. This is a test. I will play both the unedited and the processed versions. This is a normal microphone test. My name is Adam Vox. This is a microphone test using the ElectroVoice RE320 microphone hooked up to the Cloudlifter CL1 preamp and my Focusrite Scarlett 2i2 audio interface. This is a test. Test 1, 2, 3. This is another microphone test using the ElectroVoice RE20 microphone. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into the show. Let's get into the show. This is a microphone test using the Rode Procaster dynamic microphone. This is a test. I will play both the unedited and the processed versions. This is a normal microphone test. My name is Adam Vox. W98.9 WAMZ. Ladies and gentlemen. This is a microphone test using the ElectroVoice RE320 microphone hooked up to the Cloudlifter CL1 preamp and my Focusrite Scarlett 2i2 audio interface. This is a test. Test 1, 2, 3. This is another microphone test using the ElectroVoice RE20 microphone. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into the show. Let's get into the show.
If you do both live streams and post-production work and want something that can sound good live and be versatile for processing later on, the Procaster is a great choice at a lower price. If you want something to just sound great out of the box without at all messing with it, go with the RE320. If you do mostly mixed and processed work or don't mind spending time to craft your audio to just sound just right, then the RE20 might be for you. You know what else might be just right for you? It's our Patreon campaign. You thought I was going to say lynda.com, didn't you? That's okay, I did too. By supporting us on Patreon, you get early access to all of our videos, along with some awesome behind-the-scenes goodness, and we get to keep doing what we do best, making awesome videos for you. Visit patreon.com/eposvox or check the link in the description to learn more. Well, that's it from me, guys. This has been my comparison between the ElectroVoice RE20 and RE320 and the Rode Procaster dynamic microphones. Links to all these products, their full reviews, as well as to my interface and preamp that I used for these tests will be in the description below. Down there, you'll also find links to my social media pages, Patreon campaign, and more. Check them out. Be sure to smash the like button if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. My name's been Adam or EposVox. I love me some microphones.